What's going on? This is Sparrow, Spa77ow, and you're here at myhiphoplife.com. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, Bed-Stuy, right there in that pit. Growing up there was just it was just all about, you know, hip hop music and things like, and that's what we seen, and just being from Brooklyn, and you know, hip hop is all around you in Brooklyn, especially in Bed-Stuy, and you embrace it, the struggles and the trials, and not being able to be easily broken. You know, all of that comes from growing up in Brooklyn. When I make a major release, it's gonna look like it was an overnight thing, but anybody who knows me know it wasn't an overnight thing. Right after high school, going state to state with the pressing up CDs. At the time, mixtapes was still, you know, the thing. It wasn't a digital download. The actual hard copy was what it's about. So we would go there, sell CDs for $5. I myself, in the group that I was in, the holy grail, you know, was, we have to get signed, we have to get a record deal, we have to get a record deal. I can remember one time we went to Atlantic Records and we was about to get arrested. At the time, you know, no manager was involved. You know, nobody told us, you know, you need to have a manager. We just thought, you know, we was nice, and you know, we pretty much go up to the label, and we tried to sneak in the building when they didn't want to let us in. And then one of the A&Rs came down. Drago Moore actually came down, and he took the CD from us. Told the cops, you know, it's okay. You know, he pretty much lied for us. And he took the CD from us. He listened to it. He actually called me back that night. And he was like, you know, you guys are really good. I was playing it in the office, and people was asking like, who are these guys? And after that, he was just telling me, you know, this is the things that you need. This is where you need to be. The internet was just booming at the time. He said, you know, if people really like you, they'll follow you wherever you go. So make a Facebook page, make Twitter. And if those people really like you, then you will have fans and things like that. So I did that. I made the Facebook, I made the Twitter. Get representation is important, whether it be a publicist, a manager. I was fortunate enough to get a manager, somebody that I'd known for a long time. And they was putting me in shows, open mic shows and things like that. And he was giving us so much information about what we need to do, you know, to get noticed, or to at least get the industry insiders to pay attention to us. Drago, he saw that I was working so hard and things like that, but I still didn't have that following. What he did for me was he put me on a tour with Nike. More Than a Game was coming out, the LeBron James movie, and they went to London, they went to France, they went to Japan, I believe. And I toured with Kerry Hilson and the Jabberwockies, and I was able to, you know, meet up with Kerry Hilson and meet people, and the performance went so well that they invited me back for any other event that they was having for Nike. So that really pretty much swung the door open for me. After that, I put out my music video. It debuted on Star and Buck Wow show. It hit about 20,000 hits just off of them. Off the mixtape that I put out, the Twisted Metal mixtape that had Turn My Crank on it and Whistle and all that stuff, I had Gino Green Clothing invested in me, LRG Clothing, and you know, they was invested in anything that I did. Which brings us to the latest project, In Music We Trust. I did a show for Hot 97. It did so well that DJ Absolute was like, yo, you know, what are you doing? Like, I want to hook up with you. I put out Saveka Sprite, and that debuted on My Hip Hop Life. Now, this is why I love My Hip Hop Life, because that debuted on My Hip Hop Life, and that's like a big platform. It was Adam from XXL, was like, he was familiar with the site, and he said, well, you know, how did you, it would debut. It wasn't like, you know, My Hip Hop Life picked up the video, it debuted on the site. So he asked me, you know, how did you make that happen? So I just, you know, told him the relationship I had. So XXL did a full interview on me for their up-and-coming artists section. That just, you know, went everywhere. Everybody was loving. I was getting so much support and things like that. And that was just My Hip Hop Life. If he didn't know what My Hip Hop Life was, this site, then I would have never had got that. In Music We Trust comes out. It's hosted by DJ Absolute of the Heavy Hitters. It's a 10-track EP. It has Saveka Sprite on there with 22,000 hits. It has one up there. One has, I think, what, 10,000 hits, and Love Shoots has 15,000 hits. So those three major singles will push that EP, and it's going to be on this site, myhiphoplife.com. It's going to be everywhere you can download it. Please download it. I need you to download it. I also have my merchandise, the Sparrow and Music We Trust tees. You could get that from electricclothing.com. as well as Buck Rogers. You know, everybody knows Buck Rogers. You know me, you know Buck Rogers. I Am Not a Role Model. That's coming out. I also have the tour, the Image We Trust tour coming up. And I have the Sparrow, Spa77ow.com website coming. That's going to be fun. It's going to be interactive for people. It just ain't going to be my bio, my music, my videos. It's going to be something interactive that we can interact with each other. That is my hip-hop life.